Get the pickup back here. It's parked way out there. And anyway, leave comments what you'd like to see, any questions, and hopefully I'll get to them. Thanks for watching, guys. It's going to get windy now. And I'll get complaints of, I can't hear anything because of the wind. Thanks for watching. Check me out here in the new cat in Poly Skidder right now. It's on the new job. Now, a lot of people been confused about this. It's frost laws here in our county, which means that overweight loads can't get hauled on certain roads, and that chipper can't be hauled at all. So we had two different jobs set up. We had the old chipper on a job and the new chipper on a job. We had the cat skidders over here and the old skidders on the old chipper. So we just got the new job. That old chipper job's got about 1 to 2 loads left on it. Needs some work to do, get the wood up there, some tops and stuff. So we got moved to the new job. I got trucks out on the road. My chipper's stuck here. Okay? And we got it stuck there a long time ago. I made that video, whatever it was, a couple weeks ago. So we didn't have the skidder here to get it unstuck with the cable. So we just left it there. So I got a truck pulling in right now. Will's dropping his trailer. I gotta go, me and Josh are gonna go pull a couple stumps. Look at this wind. I mean, you can't tell, but it is straight up windy out. I mean, bad. And I'm surprised we're even dumping the trucks. Here we go. Just a lot of weight on that. What? Welcome back. I'm in the new girl again. We had that all done and the trucker got too far to the right and wanted a little more taken out. You know how that goes if you got to deal with
you done, Josh?
Truck drivers. My conveyor's giving me problems. We got here and it was already broke. I don't know if it had to have broke when we folded it up on the last job 3 weeks ago. Oh, I gotta fix that one of these days. In the meanwhile, I got trucks lined up all over the place, so hoping I can get through. If it is like it is today, this afternoon, it's already 3 o'clock. I got a bunch of running around to do tonight, and should be interesting. Hopefully I can get these trucks out of here. The slasher's not set up yet, so I'm gonna have to sort out all the logs. This landing's about as tight as you can get it. It is small, but it is what it is. So Josh, there's yeah. He watched me do a bunch of work, and I figured he took some notes, but must not have. I thought you were taking notes in there when you was watching me earlier. I thought you were taking notes earlier when I was in there on a poly skidder. I couldn't hear him. Squelch was turned on. There we go. Anywho, we're gonna give it a whirl, see what happens. Hopefully I can get something done. Not gonna lie, a little shaky on this thing. Oh, come That's number 4. Sun's going down. Took me just shy of 3 hours to do it. This is what takes me longer. That sand right there is hard for the trucks to get going. A couple of them couldn't back up, but they did pretty good. Now I gotta do knives, chain, fuel. This thing's right out of fuel. I mean right out of fuel. Paulie's not gonna be happy. Look at it. Oh, we're right here. So, but yeah, I blew a hose too. I broke a fitting. I changed that. So, just a struggle. We got through it though. They're opened up here. Yeah, that knife is junk. The inner one's still good. The outer one's bad. Swap those babies out. It was... This landing is small. The problem is my chipper's facing downhill. The trucks are coming downhill. And there's just like a little valley right here. We took out a bunch of that sand, tried to fix it. But we don't have the dozer here. So it's a little more difficult with the skidders. You can make it work. It just takes more time, which is something we didn't have. We had trucks sitting everywhere. So we got it done, got the first truck back in here. The first chip van was lower than my spout, so I had to push him out of here, dig a bunch more up, build this big, put a bunch more right here, put some more right here, then backed him in, and he was fine. But it just is what it is, you know. Sometimes it just seems a little bit harder to get stuff done, but you just keep at it. You just keep rolling. Just keep rolling, guys. Don't ever stop. Keep fighting, and you'll make it through. So we kept fighting and feuding, and my conveyor was broke. Oh man! But and the skidders got a little bit of a. They're coming from over here. There's not a flat piece of ground on this whole property. That's why the chipper's facing downhill and the trucks are facing uphill, and there's a hole there and a hole there and a hole everywhere, but it's pretty interesting. So the skidders are coming from over here. They go through a giant hole over there, and then got a bunch of loop-de-loos, and it's a beautiful piece of property. It really is. But we're cutting the 80 over there. None of this is getting cut. It was just a little trail to get the wood out. And tomorrow we'll pull the slasher in. I sorted out all those logs today. There's a 2, 3, 4 bundles of logs I sorted out for the slasher. That'll get pulled in over there. And I don't know, look at that nasty old beech. I'm glad. I think there's some beech out there, but if there's a couple trees I don't like chipping, beech is right there towards the top. Beech, hard maple, and then you get near oaks and your other crap. But that stuff right there is some wolf trees, as we call them, some big old jewels. And what people don't understand is these big beech like this. Maybe I'll talk more in depth about this in another video now that we're here. But you see all that small stuff? All that small stuff in this area. It's really windy, so I'll make this quick. If you see all this small trees, it's because they can't grow because of how big the tops are. In that beech over there, this beech here, this beech here, it starves all your other trees around it. They cannot get any sunlight because when those leaf out, there's no sunlight coming in here. So you're actually, that's why those pines, a couple pines are dying. There's a bunch of white pine over there are dead because they can't get no sunlight. And then you get people mad because they watch one video where you cut a big log into sawmill wood and they want you to leave the giant trees and cut the small ones because people really don't understand that much of what we're doing out here. They see a little glimpse. They don't understand how the woods actually work and how they grow. So the best thing for this woods would to be, which we're not cutting this, but I'm just talking in general, would to be to cut these giant trees down because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that pine's killing a bunch of them too. You got 4 giant trees right here that are starving off 100 more right here that will never mature. And if you cut these 4 trees down, you'll have, 100 more mature. We can get more into that. If you guys want to get more into that, this is a great job to talk about it on because there's some prime opportunity to talk about because they have some really giant trees here. If you want me to get more involved, just leave a comment below. And it's interesting how all this works. And sometimes taking the mature trees is actually a very smart way to go. So I can talk more about that if you want. I enjoy talking about what we do out here. So I always love the questions. But that's just one interesting fact. People see a big log or a big tree and they're like, oh, they cut it down. Man, it's killing a bunch more. Like, it's starving all those trees there. If you were to cut those 4 trees down, you'd have 100 more that grow up. Just a fact. But there is actually better examples than that on this job. And I haven't even been in the woods. I've just been around the landing. So I'm going to stop blabbering because, once again, I love explaining this stuff. How trees grow and the process of taking trees will help your land, help your wood, help your trees. So that's why I blabber about it and you're like, oh, shut up. I really enjoy talking about it. And I really enjoy running that chipper. Even if it gives me some fits. It gave me a couple fits today. If that thing gives me fits, I ain't got no problem. When the old one gives me fits, I get problems because then it's slow. This thing just rocks and rolls, man. I'm telling you. I'm excited. I gotta do knives, chain, get the tool truck, get the pickup back here. It's parked way out there. And anywho, leave comments what you'd like to see, any questions, and hopefully I'll get to them. Thanks for watching, guys. It's going to get windy now. And I'll get complaints of, I can't hear anything because of the wind. Thanks for watching.